A really nice tool if you don't want to use or if you can't use Adobe InDesign is Affinity Publisher. And right now I want to demonstrate how you can work with Affinity Publisher to create your photo book. So I have created a new folder, that's my travel book Affinity Publisher folder, and inside this folder I have my images for the photo book, and this is just the same folder as I did before. I exported out of Lightroom. So all these images are just here inside this folder as well. And now I want to open Affinity Publisher. And Affinity Publisher is a really nice tool to work with publishing things. But you don't have an plugin like you have for InDesign. So you have to create your pages by your own. But that's not that big of a deal. So we just have to start over here at Blurb and go to Design Tools. And here in Design Tools you have the option for PDF to book. And there you can go and with the specifications calculator create the size or calculate the size of your file that you want to work with. So first of all, I want to create a standard landscape again, and I want to go into the specifications. So standard landscape, I want to have a hardcover, or in this case, yeah, I want to have a hardcover, that's cool. And I want to go with 20 pages. The paper type should be standard. I want to have the measurement in centimeters. You can definitely go with inches as well. So in my case, I want to go with centimeters, and now I want to get the measurements. And here is everything you need to know. So I will resize this a little bit like so and scroll over, and there is my Affinity Publisher, and I will resize this as well. And now I want to create my pages. So I go to Affinity Publisher, File, New, and here I can start with a template, and I have here my A4 template because then everything is set up in centimeters or in metric measurements like so. And now I can go in and just create the page width. And here you see my page width is 24,447 centimeters. So I will change here to centimeters and just paste this in 24.45 centimeters and 20.955 for the height, 300 dpi for sure, and that's okay. But that's the final exported size, so I took the wrong one. I have to take this one because I have to add the bleed here at the bleed settings. So just a small mistake, but we can learn for this. So 24 and 13, and here for the height I go with 20 and 32. Now it's okay. So I have a landscape orientation. My images are linked. I don't want to embed the images. I just want to link them to the folder. Here I can create the number of the pages in advance. I think I went for 20 pages, so I will create 20 pages over here. I have a default master. I have facing pages, so a left and a right page. That's cool. The color is CMYK, like so. I can also see if there's some color recommendations on the blurb side. Maybe because it's an RGB based workflow, I will change here to RGB, 16-bit by channel, and I will just go with sRGB, so with a smaller RGB working space, so that's okay. Here are my margins. This is the safe boundaries. I can go in and dial in 635, and I can copy this like so. No, that's millimeters, not centimeters, so 0.635. Copy and paste this, and paste this. I could also create a link. I didn't see this before. And here are my bleed settings. So the bleed top, bottom and outside edges is 0.31, like so. And now everything is set up correctly, and I can create the document. And here you see my document, and you can go into document setup just to double check if everything was fine. So I have my layout, that's cool. Here's my color settings, and here's my bleed. So that's totally fine. And I can go and say that's cool. Here's the spread setup. You can see if everything is right in this way. So here are my dimensions. Yes, that's right. The scaling, totally fine. The margins are fine as well. So I can press on OK. And my layout is had been created. So I can save this file. I want to save it to the desktop, to the Travel Book Affinity Publisher. And this is my Travel Book Pages document. Save it like this. And now I can go to the cover specifications. And if I know that I will stay at 20 pages, then this is fine. If I have more or less pages, I have to recalculate this, get measurements, because if I have more pages, then it's crucial that I recalculate my cover specifications. But right now I say, okay, that's okay. I will stay with this 20 page count. So I will create a new document. And here I can start from the top. And you see that this is the final size. So I don't have facing pages. So I can just deselect facing pages. And the page width is this page size over here, the final size, like so. And I take this and here. So now again the same as before, I want to have this number because I add the bleed to the final page size. So 20.95 centimeters, 300. Okay, linked page count just 1 because I do the whole cover from left to right. That's okay. RGB here with the margins, or just start with the bleed. The bleed is set it up correctly, and the margin over here is set it up correctly again. So now I can create this file, and this is the big file around. And then you can go with the flaps. So I have 10 centimeter flaps on both sides. These are my flaps, and herein is my final size. So I will save this. This is my travel book cover, like so. And now I can go in and work here inside my documents. So this is my travel book, and I can start again from here. And for this, I will just open the image folder, which is here on the left side. This one I can close. Affinity Publisher a little bit bigger. Go here, go to the images, and now I will start again with this image. So I bring this in, yes, and here is my image, and I can just go in and rearrange it. Just be aware that you don't want to change the proportions, because then it's not looking that fine. So I will delete this, take this frame over here and create an image frame like so. And now I can go in and bring in this image to this frame. And so you have the possibilities to rearrange this image. With this one you can always resize it like so. Oops. And then you're really nice, you're good to go, and you can change everything you want to change. So just be aware, here you have the auto frames, and here you can size this image. So we'll undo this, and if you want to change the inside, then you go like so, double click on this image and just rearrange it a little bit inside the frame like so, and you're good to go. Here again I will go with a new frame over here and just bring in, for example, the frame like so. Then I will take my arrow tool, hold the option key and just rearrange it over to here like so. I have two vertical images. Then I can bring in this image over here, and let's say this image over there. And if I want to change it, double click on the image, resize, rearrange it. Just be aware that you're always on the pleat edges, so this red edges over here. This is nice. Then you can go in and rearrange it a little bit like so. Here the same. Double click to be inside the image. Just resize it a little bit and bring it over. Be aware of the pleat area like so. And then you can go in and create all of your pages like so. And the same is true for the travel page cover. Here's the cover. There you can bring in, for example, the panoramic image. I will bring this in like so. Just rearrange it a little bit. Here you can go in and bring it there. I will have to zoom in a little bit like so. I want to have a frame for this. So I go with the middle and just with the front page like so. And then I can cut this and go to edit and paste inside. Now the image is inside this frame. You can double click on this and just repositioning this panoramic image over there like so. Scroll around, have the half of this, but if you go to the file, you see the gutter is 1.1 centimeter in this case. So I have to create the gutter over here. So with Command R you can bring in the rulers and just set the ruler exactly in the center. So this is my center. And now I want to have a second ruler. And this ruler over here can be arranged to the correct position. But to do it a little bit faster, I will delete this. Just take this frame over here. And with this frame, I can bring in the correct size. And the size was 1.16. If I'm correctly, 1.16 centimeters. Then I go to the move tool and not move the frame. I just want to arrange it like this and bring this over here and bring this over here. And now I can delete this box. And I know exactly where the boundaries should be. So just arrange this like so. That's okay. This is my image here in, and this is my frame. And when I take the frame tool, I can just rearrange the frame, but I just want to arrange the frame, not everything. So I do it like this, go here, and the image is here inside. And I think I have resized the image in a not proportional way. And now it's better. I can also zoom in here a little bit and move the image around like so. And then I can go in and work with the gutter. I can bring in the flaps. So if I want to have the flaps on the right side, I know that I have to have the flaps 10.65 centimeters over here. So I will create a frame and just click once here outside, or click and drag from the, not from the margin, but from here. And I take this point as a reference point and paste my 10.6 centimeters over there. And now I can bring in another guide, and then I can delete this over here. And now I know that's exactly where the flap turns around. And so I can create my cover, insert text, and work with everything I need to know. And if I've done this, I can, or I have to export my book as a PDF. And for this, I will go again here inside my web browser on the Blurb website and just see if there are some PDF export guidelines. I don't see them here. Maybe here at the getting started, and here see your PDF. And let's see if there are some PDF export settings. I don't see this right now, so I will go to Design Tools again, and here to PDF to Book. This is the specifications calculator, but here learn more about how to prepare your PDF for printing. So PDF to book, and here you see create a PDF or review PDF settings. The correct dimensions is cool. And now you see you want to export, or how you can export everything. The unit set to point. This is how you can create this. And is there something with the color? Let me see right now. Here's the, for advanced user, the ICC profiles you can use, and you can download the ICC profiles, I think. So let's see what Blurb is doing right now. Okay. You have to do it in CMYK or RGB. Okay, this is CMYK for sure. Okay. Do they have any specific profile? What color profile to use? They use an HP Indigo printer. And you can use the Blurb ICC profile. And this is based on the Cal 2006. Okay, so I press on the Blurb ICC profile. This gets downloaded over here. In another video, we learned where we have to install the profile. So I will go to the hard drive, down to the hard drive, to the library, to color sync, that's over here, to profiles, and I can insert the Blurb profile. I will use my password or just say like that's okay. So then I have to close Affinity Photo or Affinity Publisher in this case. So that's okay. I can minimize this over here and reopen Affinity Publisher again. I will take my travel book pages, and now I'm in my travel book, and I can go to File, and here I have Export, and in the export I will definitely go to PDF. Here I have some presets, but these are just the default presets from Affinity Photo or Affinity Designer for sure in this case. I want to export everything, and I have more options over here. And in the more options, you can go in and say you want to rasterize or downsample everything that's above 375 dpi. So just as a small notice, you can go to File and to Document, and here to the Resource Manager. And inside the Resource Manager, you see all your linked images and which resolution they have right now. So everything which is above 300 dpi is totally fine and gets resampled at the export. So when you go to File, Export, and here you have Export as PDF, go to More Options, you see everything that's above 375 dpi gets downsampled to 300 dpi. So that's totally fine. Here you see the downsampling and the JPEG compression. That's cool. Here's the color space. You can go to CMYK for the export and use the document profile, or here you can say use the Blurb ICC profile and embed this profile in the PDF. Convert image color spaces, yes. Spot colors, we don't have anything. Include the layers, include the bleed, because you want to have the bleed area with your image, not the final size. You want to bleed for sure. You don't want to have any marks, because Blurb just needs the bleed, and inside the PDF you have all the informations. So that's cool. Embed fonts if there are some fonts. Allow advanced features. And now you can even say I want to save this as a new preset. Blurb PDF MD. I press on OK, press on close, and now you see you should have the Blurb preset somewhere over here. I don't see it right now, but this is all you have to do. And now I can go to export, say I want to export my pages over here. The PDF gets created, and here's my travel book PDF, which I've created out of Affinity Publisher. So you see, Affinity Publisher is not as streamlined as InDesign because you have the plugin in InDesign. But if you don't use the plugin in InDesign, it's exactly the same as I've done now in Affinity Publisher. So first of all, create your size and do it with the calculation tool on the Blurb website. Then you have all the pages, just arrange everything in Affinity Publisher as you want to do it. Create the final page size, the page count. Then you can create or calculate the cover page, which depends on the page size, because more pages means a bigger gutter. And after that you have to create the exported file or the export PDF file, and there just go in and use all the settings you just saw. Use the blurb ICC profile, use the size with the trim so that blurb can cut in the production, and then you can export the PDF and your book has been created.